Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill. And of course, I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit the like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. You made it in the face of every single last one of those lying, dirty, no good scoundrels who said it was impossible. There's a difference between not showing someone support and telling someone that something's impossible. I wouldn't really appreciate either one, but those I do appreciate are those who just stay out of the way. If somebody's not going to support you, then why even bother involving themselves? But you'll have people who will involve themselves and try to pump fake you and, oh, I wish I could, but, and I'm not talking about people who are sincere. I'm talking about people who are being fake. All right. People who wouldn't support, people who you know wouldn't support. So it's like, it's okay. If they're not supporting, if they're not supporting, they ain't important. Excuse me. I gotta step off my professional I gotta step off my professional stage for a minute. If they ain't supporting them, ain't important. All right. They ain't supporting, they ain't important. All right. Gotta switch up my vernacular on y'all for a quick second. People who don't support aren't important. But not only do sometimes people not support, but they have to make it known. They have to try to rub it in your face. They have to make a big deal out of it. And what they're doing is just low-key showing you that they're a hater. They're showing you that they're a no good, dirty, low-down scoundrel. Not supporting is one thing, but making a big deal out of it, putting on a show, being extra, doing the most, doing too much to show that you're not going to support someone is crazy. You know? That's where a person's behavior gets out of hand. And people have the right to act however they want. If somebody wants to act a donkey, they can. People have free will to act in a way that they feel suitable. But what's not going to happen is we're not going to allow people to play us for trying, and we're not going to allow people to try to delay us for trying. We're not going to allow you to try to get in our way, hold us up, lie to us. Yeah, I support that. Yeah, I'll send this or I'll do that. If a person is going to help you, that's one thing. It's appreciated. If they're not going to help you, you're not going to hate them. You're not going to want to see them have a downfall. But the one thing that we're not going to do is we're not going to act like people aren't out here just up here doing the utmost. Just doing too much, right? And it's like you still made it in their face. So whether they wanted to support you, whether they thought it was impossible, you still made it. And whether they supported you or not, you still made it. So even though they didn't support you, you thought you may have needed it, but God showed you that you didn't. If people will support you, that's one thing. That's cool. That is something positive. People want to be a part of what you have going on, so be it. But if somebody is just going to be one of those people, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that, I ain't buying that, look, if you don't want to support me, that's fine. But I'm not trying to hear all that. We got positive vibes over here. We're doing something with our life. We're doing something with our time. having a constructive day, a productive day. Whatever is unproductive, get away, stay away, go over there, remove yourself from my presence. I have to make it. And you can make it in the face of those people. And either you are making it in their face, which is causing them to throw shade and not support, or you already made it in their face and that's making them upset and they don't want to support. And the funny thing is, you truly don't need everybody's support. The people who support you, the people who appreciate you, that's enough. It's always those extra people in the peanut gallery who think that, oh, because I'm not a part of this, they're missing out. You have your own thing, they should have their own thing. And if they're not mature enough to go do their own thing and sit down and enjoy their life, that's their problem. People like that, they don't have anything to focus their mind upon. And it causes them to worry about what everybody else is doing. The people who are working, people who are becoming something, people who are transforming their life, they're not on that. When you are truly trying to do something with your life, you'll see people that are ahead of you and you'll support them. You'll see somebody ahead of you that's doing better than you, that is looking for support, and you'll support them because you know what it's like to want to get something up off the ground, or to have a goal, or to want to be successful. It's like it's really not that deep. It's like, okay, somebody that recognized their gift or their talent, and they're taking that show on the road. They're recognizing that they can do something with their life that's life changing. So it's like, okay, I support that. Really, all you're doing when you support someone that is working towards a level of success, you're supporting yourself. You are everything, and everything is you. You are everything, and everything is you. That person that is ahead of you, that is doing better than you, they might even be in the same lane as you. That's you. So why not support someone doing something similar? Why not support someone doing anything? Maybe they do something the same as you, maybe they don't. But the fact that you're able to show them support, that says a lot. That's going to make that person feel like what they're doing is worthwhile. And maybe what they're doing actually is worthwhile. But you supporting them is really going to send a message, and it's good to see that you're supported by other people who are doing something themselves. It's not just someone that appreciates what you're doing, it's someone that understands because they're doing something themselves. And that's the best type of support right there, when you have people who are actively believing in themselves. All right. And the fact that somebody that believes in themselves, that sees what you're doing, and they believe in what you're doing as well, I think there's nothing better than that. That's a great feeling, to have people who see the value in what you're doing, because not only do they see the value in what you're doing, but they see the value in themselves. Because you could have anybody that could be like, oh, okay, you're doing something positive, great, I support that. But it's different, it hits different when somebody actually is touched by what you're doing. And not only that, but they're doing something themselves. It's like they're great and they see your greatness. That right there, that's powerful. But you'll have people who don't want to support, and not only do they not want to support, they'll throw shade. They'll make it known to the point to where it's almost a problem, that just because they don't want to support. But the thing is, they want you to be butthurt over their non-supportive self. They want you to be upset because so and so won't support. Why would you be upset over that one person when it's a billion plus other people in the world? Okay, you don't want to support? Have a nice day. Why are you still standing in my face, shouting with me, yelling at me, screaming at me, arguing with me because you don't want to support? If you don't want to support, move on. I'm not mad, but you want me to be mad. And that's a hater. That's how you know somebody's a hater, when they want you to be mad. A hater is going to want somebody to be mad, sad. A hater is going to want somebody to be feeling the worst about themselves and stuck in all those negative feelings, the hate, the sad, the anger, the misery, the worthlessness. That's how that's the energy a hater gives when they throw shade. That's what they're trying to give you, because that's all they got. A person can't give you what they don't have. That's why uh, when you have positive people in your life, they can only give you what they have, more positivity. You know, people could only give you what they have, and that's why everybody's support isn't even good. That's why you really shouldn't care if some people don't support, because it's like, even if they did give, what truly would they have to give? And even if they do give, what energy is attached to it? Just because somebody can give something doesn't mean it's good. All gifts aren't good. What's the energy attached to it? You have to take that into consideration as well. Oh, great. Wow, somebody's giving. Cool. But what's the energy attached to it? Don't just take it because they're giving. What's the energy attached to it? Oh, it's no strings attached. They're just doing something nice. They just want to help. What's the energy attached to it? All right. You are going to make it in the face of everybody who said it was impossible. You're going to make it in the face of everybody who didn't support. The people who didn't support, they're going to wish they did. The people who told you it was impossible, they're going to wish they were on your side, putting in the work, telling you it was possible. The people who are about to see your life take a tumultuous transformation, like it's going to be a drastic transformation process that you're about to undergo. The people who were there to tell you it wasn't going to happen, they're going to wish they never said that. I promise you. They're going to wish that they never said that, because they don't realize what they did to you all those times they tried to play you, and all those times they threw shade at you, and all those times they were implying that you couldn't do it because you don't either have the skills, you're not good enough, you don't have the mindset. Some of them even went as far as coming at your person and saying, you too corny to do this. You're not cool enough. Imagine hearing that out the words of someone that you really thought would be in your corner as far as support. But support is free. It's not something that people have to do. It's not something that people have to do. It's a choice. So it's not something that we should expect. You know, support is not, if you go around expecting support, that's how people get hurt. That's how people get hurt. Oh, you ain't gonna support my what I'm doing? No, they're not, bruh. I'm sorry. You know, sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry. They're just not gonna support. Sorry, not sorry, bruh. They are not going to support. They're not even supporting themselves. They would they like, what is positive about certain people that we have all these expectations from? Like, we really got to do the math. This person is negative. This person don't even have no positivity in their own life. What makes us think that just because we're positive and we're doing something, other people are going to want to be in support of it, and they're not. All right. And that's okay. But the issue is with the low down, dirty, lying scoundrels. Lying, excuse me, lying by telling you that something is impossible when it's not. Lying and telling you that you can't do something when you can. Lying and trying to make you feel like you can't do this. That's the worst thing you could do, is try to program someone with the idea that they can't. But it's sometimes it's the best thing. It may be the worst in some cases if a person believes it, but when a person doesn't believe it and they take that and they allow that to fuel them and make them stronger, and they take that and they turn it into a yes I can moment for themselves. Oh man, it's like creating an atom bomb, adding this component, adding this chemical, and then boom, explosion. But they added that to you, and then boom, success, because you took that and you exploded with success. You exploded with hard work. You exploded with dedication. And they didn't think that all that would come as a result of the negative words that they spoke over your life and your dream and your goals and your vision and your creativity, your creative abilities. trying try to make you think that you're trash, throwing shade at what you love to do. The closer you get, the more shade they throw. The closer it looks like you're going to be able to make money off of your talents, the less supportive they're going to be. The more they're going to want you to think that it's impossible. And that's just like the devil. The closer you get, the harder things are going to seem. The more excruciating the pain is when you're trying to be something and working towards something and create something. That I heard someone tell me, the closer, someone put in the chat the other day, that's how you know your breakthrough is close. And I second that. I feel that. We talking about that today, right here, right now. When they start throwing shade at you and trying to get you to be convinced of the fact that this isn't going to happen for you, what? They want you to think that it's impossible. And you're probably the best person for the job. You're probably the most experienced person, life wise, skill wise, talent wise, dedication wise. People want to do stuff and they're not even dedicated. I be having to check myself sometimes. I'm hard on myself. When I do something, I force myself to be in it to win it, because it's no half stepping. Ain't no half stepping. Ain't no half stepping. At least it shouldn't be. Like, I can't look myself in the mirror if I'm not taking the things that I do seriously. I will beat myself down positively with "you better go do that" until I go do it. It's not going to leave my mind until it's done. I don't care if I fall off or I lose momentum. I pick up right back where I left off at. That's life. Sometimes there's ups and downs, but you have to take advantage of your time. And you have to take advantage of your up moments, even your down moments. Sometimes when you're down, you'll create and make some of the best stuff. That's when you're the most influential, when you're down sometimes, but you still got that dog in you that won't allow you to quit or give up. That's sometimes when you're the most inspirational. That's sometimes when you're the most creative. That's sometimes where people can feel you the most, when you're down and you're out, but you still know that you're a king. When you're the lowest of the low, but you still dust off that tiara and you put it on your head, queens, kings. You dust off that crown and you put it on your head, kings, because all right, they tried to make you think it was impossible. They wanted you to think that you couldn't become that doctor, that lawyer. They wanted you to think that you couldn't become that real estate agent. They didn't want you to think that you could become that orator, that author, that speaker, that motivator, that artist, that painter, that drawer. They didn't want you to think that you could become those things. Watching you develop your skills every day, watching you become better every day. It's like the better you get, the more doubt they tried to sow, the more fear they tried to put in you that you wouldn't become successful. Those lying, low down, dirty, no good scoundrels wanted you to think that it was impossible. Terrible. You got a whole dream, a whole vision. God done blessed you, and they won't even take account of the blessing that they have. Most people will be around someone and love the fact that they're around somebody that is blessed, that's successful, because it allows them to start looking at themselves and examining themselves. If I see somebody around me that's blessed and got gifts, my first thing is not to hate on that person. My first thing is to self. What we got going on? Excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom and have some self talk positively. Like, I'm going to be looking at myself and examining my life and seeing what can be done different as far as my success and what I can do to elevate my game and up myself and get myself to where I know I truly can be, because it's possible and it can happen. All it takes is a mind that believes. All it takes is more work and less talking. But sometimes it takes work and talk, because you have to talk yourself up. You have to talk that dream up. You got to talk your energy up. You got to talk your self-esteem up. Don't just wait for some sweet day to go up. Go up at once. Let us go up at once. Ezekiel saw that chariot. He said, hey, hey, don't pass me by. I'm up. All right. So, yo, you made it in front of every single face. You made it in the face of every single last one of them. Whether you're making it or you made it, I don't care if you're still in your mama's basement. If you are working towards being able to perform a skill on a professional level and you go hard at it as much as you can and you don't give up, you don't let up, you use your time, you're going to be the one that makes it in front of all the people who faked it. You're going to be the one that makes it in front of all the people who faked it, even if you faked it till you make it. Telling yourself that you're going to become successful and you're going to make it is going to have to be something that you get used to doing, no matter how bad things look, no matter how bad things get, no matter how bad you feel. I don't care if whatever happens, you still have to have it in your mindset that I'm going to become successful. Les Brown said, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad it looks, I'm going to make it. There's certain things that you hear when you're on your path to success that you just don't let go. I'm not letting go of that. No matter how bad it is, no matter how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. I'm not letting go of that. That's a true statement. I believe in it. Les Brown was sleeping in his office and went from sleeping in his office to having $1 million check in his hand in front of somebody that thought he was crazy. But guess what? He's rich now. And that might be some of us. You may not be, they may think you're crazy, but guess what? You're rich now. I don't care if you got 2 pennies to rub together. You're rich now. Take on the consciousness of what you want. When you want to be something bad enough to where you're willing to do it badly until you get it right, that's somebody that's taking on the consciousness of it. People will laugh at somebody for trying, but they don't have the consciousness of somebody that wants to be anything. A person that's willing to get laughed at, they have a consciousness of what they want to be. They may not physically be it. They may not have the skill. They may not have developed it. They may not have all the know-how or the wherewithal, but that little mustard seed of faith is enough. The consciousness of having what you want and being what you want is a mustard seed of faith. It's not just enough to say you have faith. It has to be something that you do with your mind. Faith is an action. It's something that you do with your mind. It's something that you hold on to. It's something that should allow you to create a vision in your head of seeing yourself being, doing, and having what you want. You want to be an artist? Get the consciousness of being an artist. Get the idea of being an artist. Get the attitude. Get the attitude of being an artist. Get the attitude of being, doing, and having what you desire. Don't have the attitude of it's impossible. Don't have the attitude of this is too good for you. It's too good to be true. It's only good for Lil Baby. It's only good for Celine Dion. It's only good for Leonardo DiCaprio. It's only good for all these famous people. Anybody can have what they want. Man, people are talk like people keep saying certain things, and you gonna watch and see, watch and see. People who speak what they want into their reality, they gonna rise, and all the people who are caught up in all this worldly jazz, all this world mind stuff, this is coming to an end. There's not enough of this, all this and that. Watch what happens to all these people talking like that, and watch what they create for themselves. They better be canceling it out and just doing it to troll, because what you speak is what you get. Where attention goes, energy flows. If you put your attention towards some type of economy crisis, then that's what you're gonna have. If you put I will prosper regardless of world conditions. I will prosper regardless of my condition. My prosperity does not depend upon the world. My prosperity does not depend upon worldly things, worldly ventures. Lay your riches in heaven where moth and dust do not corrupt. A lot of people, they have their riches laid out here on earth. They're worried about this and that and all this other stuff. Lay your treasure up in heaven. You are rich in heaven. You are rich in the Most High. You are rich in Father God. You are rich. You got skills, you got talents. All this crisis, all this bad stuff. People still gonna need entertainment. They still gonna want something to listen to. I don't care if you out in the woods and you could string three squirrel fibers together and make you a banjo with some twigs. You could provide something to. Well, I got some hens. Well, I got a goat. I want to hear you play. I'll cook you some food. There's always a barter system. There's nothing to worry about. All this nature out here, let this stuff collapse. It probably do good. Probably be better with it collapsed. People have to go out in the woods and fend for themselves and use their brain. Only the strong survive. You gonna make it in the face of all these people. Watch, they gonna be sick. They not. You gonna make it in the face of them. They not even gonna want to. You're gonna make it in their face, and they won't be able to face you. That's a whole nother video right there. All right, you made it in the face of every single last one of these people, and they're not going to be able to face you. They're not going to be able to look you in the face. You're going to be looking down at your feet. Make sure you got some nice shoes on too. They just going when they get done with you, they just going to have their back turned to you, and that's it. They're not going to be able to turn around and face you like a real person because of all the lies they told. Like they don't know how determined you are. They don't know how set you are on creating your reality and being what you want. You're set on that. You convinced yourself that it could happen. Once you convince yourself that you can have something, you've made an agreement. Whatever you agree with, you make a reality for yourself. Even that book, The Four Agreements. Somebody mentioned it in my live the other day. The one thing about an agreement, whatever you agree with, that's what you have. You agree with peace, you'll have peace. You agree with health, you'll have health. You agree with wealth, you'll have wealth. If you agree with an economy crisis, what you think you're going to get? If you agree with a money shortage, what you think you're going to get? My God tells me that I'm not believing in that. I'm deaf, dumb, and blind to what this world has in mind. God is my provider, man. God will always provide. God is my provider, man. And I truly believe in this type of stuff. I truly believe in it. I know what faith can do for me. Faith works miracles, and God works miracles. And if you believe in yourself, you could work a miracle. Whatever you believe, you mentally accept. I'm tired of people saying, I'm tired of words being said with lack of explanation. Believe in yourself. I believe. Do you really? Believe means mentally accept. Mentally accept. You are in agreement with whatever you mentally accept for yourself. Whatever you agree, you make real. Mentally accept it. Agree with success for you. Agree with wealth for you. I don't care if it's one penny left in the whole world. Agree with wealth for you. I don't care if the world doesn't have two pennies to rub together. Agree with wealth for you. God's ways are past finding out. People worry, people get upset, and I know we got to catch ourselves. But if you worry, catch yourself. Don't kick yourself. Don't continue on in sin. Worry, a sin. Doubt, a sin. Fear, a sin. Thinking that there's not going to be enough, a sin. Thinking that God didn't put enough in you to make it and to be able to do what you want with your life, a sin. It's not going to happen immediately right when you want it. Things take time. But because people can't miraculously make things happen at the drop of a dime, people don't have strong faith like that. Oh, ye of little faith. You got to have strong faith. Even when things don't work out and you say something positive and then something negative happens right afterwards and the devil tries to disprove you. Les Brown has a story to where he was working with this woman and it was a speaking convention and she told him it was going to be a speaker's dream and she told him to bring a lot of tapes and to sell a lot of tapes because he was going to sell out. You know, the next day that lady died and he was like, did she say anything about me? He thought that he was going to sell all these tapes. He thought he had hit the jackpot. He's somebody successful, motivational speaker. He got a speaking engagement lined up, and not only is he getting paid $50,000 to speak for an hour, this man's about to be selling books and tapes to over 100,000 plus people at one meeting, one group convention, and then it just disappears. Most people would have gave up on life. His connection died. Not only do you fail, not only do you don't have no sales, not only do you have or did the meeting not happen, you got to go out and find a whole new connection. You got to get back on the grind. You got to go out and meet new people. He still didn't give up. People will tell you that things are impossible when they see the most in you. The worse somebody tells you to try to discourage you, the more power you have. The more somebody tells you that something's not going to work, you should give up, you shouldn't try, it can't happen, the more powerful you are at making things happen, and the greater ability, the greater abilities you have to make things happen. They just don't want to be embarrassed with all the good things that you can do and accomplish. So of course they're going to tell you that you can't do it. Don't listen to people who aren't doing anything when they go to tell you that something that you're doing can't be done. I don't care if this person got a whole life started. If you don't see them doing anything, don't listen to them. Listen to the good, positive things they say. But if they tell you something can't be done, look at all the things that they did and just kind of just, okay, brush them off and then just shake your head. Nothing's impossible. You can do what you want to do with your life. You can have whatever you want. You just have to work for it and be patient. Watch you some success stories to keep you motivated to keep going. And you should definitely do something that you love to do. When you do something that you love to do, you're willing to put in the time because you don't care how much time it takes. You're going to be that because you want to be that. You're that already within the depths and the core of your soul. You're already that without other people's acknowledgement, praise, accolades, money. You're already that to yourself and in your mind and in your head. You don't care what people think. You know what's going to happen. You know, all you have to do is keep developing your skills, and then sooner or later somebody's going to be interested in what in the services you have to offer or provide. It doesn't take rocket science to figure that out. Do something enough times, get good at it, people are going to have a need for it. Create something that's worthwhile, that's good enough, somebody's going to want it. They see the value in it. It's all about what you choose to do with your mind, what direction you choose to put it in, what you choose to believe, what you choose to mentally accept. People mentally accept defeat. Accepting defeat is a part of life, but defeat as in, okay, I lost. Okay, I have to do better. Okay, I need to make some improvements. Okay, things didn't turn out the way I wanted. What change can I make? That's defeat. Defeat isn't, okay, I lost, I give up, it's over. That's just throwing your whole life away. That's what that is. And that's not what God would want us to do. And that's really not what we would want us to do. But we give up, we get immature, we get mad because it's not happening yet. And sometimes we get too caught up in what other people, oh, you still didn't do it yet? You still playing around? You still this, that, and the other? You still, hey man, as long as it takes. But take care of yourself, take care of your life, take care of your responsibility in the meantime. And don't just solely focus on one thing. So that way you can shut people up in more ways than one. You can make it in their face in more ways than one. You want to be that person that hits the lottery while they're at work and they're grinding and they're working hard. You want to be the person that becomes a success while they're already becoming successful. And I know that's not the case for everybody. I know everybody's got different things going on, but still, don't give up. Keep doing that thing that you do. That's going to take you to where you want to go. If you truly believe in it and if you want it bad enough, it will happen. And you'll be able to make it in the face of every single last one of those lying, dirty, no good scoundrels who said it wasn't possible. All right. So get ready to twist some faces up. Get ready to make some people upset. Get ready to have some people mad at you. But, oh well. See you in the next video. We out.